Hello and welcome back to Live Laugh Lily Kincade with your host, Lily Kincade. If you're watching the video, you're like, what is she wearing? I just took a hot yoga class and now I have a face mask on. So, we're just going with it. This is one of my favorite face masks because it's bright blue and it just feels so good and cooling. It's like icy. Anyways, that's why I kind of look like a Smurf right now, but we're just going with it. We're going with it. Happy Monday, you guys. It feels so good now that it's daylight savings. Like, I feel like I've gotten out of this slump. But I'm really excited too because, I don't know. As you guys know, this podcast is just kind of me talking about whatever I'm currently going through and working through it, and then also kind of working through it with you, because I'm like, if I'm feeling this way, there's surely at least one other person out there that's probably feeling the same way I am. So today's episode, it's number 24, which, pause for a second, that's crazy. Time is going by so fast. I'm not sure how long I'm going to make like the seasons of this or when I'm going to stop this. Honestly, who knows if I ever will. Maybe it'll be good because I like being able to rant about things. I don't know if I'll run out of topics. I don't know, but we're here. We're here right now and that's all that matters. And today's topic is boredom. We're talking about getting bored and like pushing through the boredom. Push through being bored. It's okay to get bored. It's okay to get bored. I'm affirming this to myself because, not going to lie, right now I feel very bored. I don't have a crush. I feel like it's the in-between seasons. Yes, I'm working on my music stuff, but right now it's like there's not a lot to keep me busy and I'm really bored. And this is like the hard part because boredom is a good thing, but you have to push through it. And you have to not cope with it in ways that are going to distract you from the boredom, because I wish I have this like visual in my brain, but it's almost like a mountain, right? There's like the boredom mountain. And the boredom is like right at the top. And once you get to the boredom and if you push through it, on the other side of the mountain, it's like creativity, ideas. You're going to feel so good. You're going to feel so confident. But it's like the uphill battle. It's so easy to distract yourself from actually facing the boredom with like social media or with, scrolling. Like, it really is like addictions to your phone, or like staying really busy but not actually being productive, if that makes sense. Like doing a lot so you can distract yourself and don't have to like sit and be bored and then deal with your issues / like really ground yourself for a moment. And so right now I'm just in a bored place. So I'm embracing it and encouraging myself to get bored instead of grabbing my phone, instead of, busying myself. It's okay to just sit in silence. It's okay to be like, oh my God, I don't know what I'm going to do today, because boredom is what leads to creativity. And it's kind of a cycle for me because every time this kind of happens, it's like I'm right on the cusp, which is a good thing. I know I'm right on the cusp to like this new chapter, new lessons, new growth, new ideas, new creativity. And I've started driving a lot without like turning on the music, or like taking a shower without putting on music, which seems crazy, but like I feel like myself and I don't know, people my age or you guys I'm so used to always like listening to something. I'm so used to always having a podcast, always having music, always having a TV show, always having a TikTok, always having something that like the silence was weird at first and it's uncomfortable. But if you can push through that, you're going to get like past that. And I've been like writing a lot of songs and getting ideas and just brainstorming and like grounding myself. And so today I thought we could just talk about that a little bit more. And we're going to start off with a little quote. I screenshotted a couple that I found that were good. So I'm just going to read them to you. Also, I love you guys. I love that you're here watching this. And I hope this helps. I mean, even if it doesn't help, I'm going to go back and listen to this. It's kind of cool because in like even a couple years, I'm going to be like, oh my God, baby Lily, when she was 22, 23 years old. It still feels weird that I'm 23. But that's a side note. We don't need to talk about that now. You know what? We are so young. Age is just a number. Age is just a number. I feel like it's like your heart age. And I like being in this age where I'm like, okay, I have a little bit of experience. Like I know a little bit, but I'm like, I have so much to learn. But I also like have the ability to learn it in a healthy way and learn it in like a way that's going to be really like beneficial. So it's exciting. Anyways, okay. Let me find my screenshots that I took of the quotes. Okay. The first one is, where is it? Okay, this is the author A. Milne, who wrote who wrote Winnie the Pooh. I don't know if this is a line in Winnie the Pooh or about it, but people say nothing is impossible, but I do nothing every day. And it's just kind of about embracing the boredom. The next one is writer Milan Kundera. Hope I said the name right, but writer Milan Kundera, and this is a quote I think from one of their books maybe, but I really like this. It was saying, to sit with the dog on a hillside on a glorious afternoon is to be back in Eden, where doing nothing was not boring, it was peace. I feel like so much. I've been seeing this discourse too where people are like, oh my God, when you like leave toxic relationships or leave toxic friends, they're like, this is the cost of peace. But it's like, they're like, I'm so bored. But it's like, no, it's actually peace. Like, it's actually peace. And I think we're so used to like chaos that chaos has become our norm that we don't realize that that's not normal. And it's normal to feel calm. It's normal to be able to just sit with your thoughts without like them racing, if that makes sense. I think I had like one more that I screenshotted. Okay, this is from Andy Warhol, and it's, you need to let the little things that would ordinarily bore you suddenly thrill you. I love that. And I love that mindset of getting bored and then turning it into creativity, because boredom almost allows you to cleanse your mind and like look at things from a new perspective, which is what I love. And I'm gonna like kind of talk to you a little bit about it. I wrote some notes down and a couple tips. Not sure how long this episode's gonna be, but I hope it helps you. Okay, so getting bored. Bored is an adjective. I literally wrote the definition down because I wanted to share it with you because I thought it was really good. So it's an adjective. If you are bored, you feel tired and impatient because you have lost interest in something or because you have nothing to do. So I love that, talking about like the impatient part, because for me, boredom comes from like impatient when I can't like rush something because, you know, it's not in my control. But I think sometimes it's like, that's maybe a good thing when you do have to like wait, because everything comes to you at the right time. And sometimes, you know, if I had opportunities a couple years ago, I wouldn't have been ready for them. I wouldn't have been able to handle them. And so I think that, you know, boredom is necessary and it's a part of life, and it's how you get creative and I think it's how you know yourself. People are always like, Lily, you know yourself so well. It's because I've had a lot of time to think with myself growing up an only child. Yes, I obviously was like, had invisible friends, but you know, I was alone a lot, and I was reading and I was thinking, I was writing stories, I was writing music when I was little. And so I think boredom is good in that way. But okay, I have a list of some benefits of being bored, and then some ways that I'm currently kind of working through my boredom, and then ways you can use them too, because we're in this together, right? So the benefits of being bored, I've noticed this. Whenever I'm bored, I really process emotions. Whenever I'm bored, I significantly turn to my journal, turn to my piano, and I just like get out a lot of emotions that I don't even necessarily know are there. Like a lot of times some of the emotions are like, oh my God, I didn't know I felt that way about this. And I've just, you know, life gets busy and you don't ever really have time to think about it. But whenever I do have periods where life is a little slower and I'm feeling bored, I do get out a lot of emotions, and it does make me feel better, whether that be journaling or like you could make art. You could, you know, talk through it with a friend, talk through it with yourself, whatever it is. I do notice that like whenever I'm bored, my brain like sifts through information I didn't even know was there. So that's a benefit of being bored. Another one is, like, this is scientific. It engages other areas of your brain that are normally not stimulated. So it actually can make you smarter in a weird kind of way. Not being lazy, but being bored. Like, you're still doing your day-to-day things, but it's like you're not engaging, you're not focused on a project where your brain is like firing the same neurons to work on that project. It's like kind of like you have this freedom to let your brain wander, and therefore it's going to work other parts of your brain and really expand it and like make it stronger. So I thought that was really cool. I researched that this week. Another one is you're gonna get new inspiration. So whenever I'm bored, it takes a little bit. Like right now I'm kind of in a process of like, oh, what do I want to read about? I got a library card. I'm going to the library. I'm reading books. I'm going to the library and I just like pick a book. I'm just like, oh, this is a cute cover. I definitely judge a book by its cover because I don't know what's it going to be about. So I'm just like, oh, this looks cute. I'm going to read it, you know? And I think that it's cool because I'm going to get really fascinated and really hyper fixated on a new topic. And who doesn't love that? So that's another benefit. Another one is it is a sensory detox. So it helps with anxiety. It can help with sleeping. Like when you are bored, it is kind of good because even if it's not a physical sensory detox, like, well, I guess it is. That would be like a digital detox. But like sensory detox, it's like you're not having really high adrenaline levels usually because you're not like, oh my God, I have this deadline for this project. Like you're usually more slow paced. Your cortisol levels a little slower. You're probably sleeping a little bit more, so you're a little calmer. And it is almost like a sensory detox. Like you're kind of resetting everything, which can be good. But it's also getting bored can also, it's like a sensory mental detox, but also too, getting bored can be kind of like a what's it called when you're like a consuming detox, because you're not consuming as much. So it's like you're cleaning your mind, but you're also cleansing your palate, and like a dopamine detox. I was looking for that word. A dopamine detox a little bit, because you're not necessarily fixated on something, getting that dopamine every time you watch that TV show, getting that dopamine every time you work on that project because the project's done. And so it's cleansing everything, which is really helpful. It's hard in the moment, but it's helpful because it's going to make everything better when you're out of the season. Okay, I have a couple more. The next one is your mind gets to rest and recharge. Like already it's cleansing and like detoxing the dopamine and stimulation, but it also gets to like recharge your brain. Like it recharges your brain. How awesome is that? And it's going to give you, a little bit more creativity. Getting bored is what leads to creativity. I'm telling you this. Getting bored is what leads to creativity. That's why for me, like whenever I'm writing, like today I'm going to write and I don't necessarily have something I'm like, okay, I'm finishing this project. I'm doing this. I have this emotion because I'm kind of bored right now. And so I'm going to schedule time where it's like, okay, this to this time, I'm just going to put my phone in the other room. I'm just going to have my notepad and my pencil and my pen. And I'm going to just like write for 2 hours and whatever comes out, and I either have to sit there or I have to write. So eventually, I'll start to come up with things. Ooh, that's kind of cool. And let the boredom kind of grow into a cool idea. And okay, next I have some ways to push through boredom. Granted, these are just what I've been kind of doing. If you have any tips, please let me know. This is a community. This is the Kincadian community. So whether it be here or you can DM me on Instagram or comment anywhere. You guys know. I answer all my DMs though on Instagram. So DM me because I love chatting with you guys. It's truly like one of my favorite things. And I'm not exaggerating that. I really do mean that. Okay, but some ways that I've been pushing through boredom have been nature walks, hiking, and this is important, with no headphones, with no music, which is so hard because all I want to do is listen to like my Lana Del Rey, my Taylor Swift, my Lily Kincade, my Casey Musgraves, her new album. But I've been like being intentional. So I'll like listen to it when I'm being intentional, but I've been trying to, if I do go on a walk and I want to listen to music or do a workout, great. But I've also been trying to do like no noise nature walk so I can like hear the birds. It sounds silly, but like I can hear the birds. I can hear the wind rustling through the leaves of the tree. I can see the flowers. I can hear the sounds of the city and the sounds of cars. And it's kind of weird at first because you feel naked. Without my headphones, I feel naked. But it's been really good. And so even if it's only 5 minutes, like it really helped and it kind of like calmed me because I was grounding myself. So I recommend doing that. Another thing is digital detox. So try to like not distract yourself. Like I said, like put the phone off, or I've been more intentional about like when I'm scrolling, which has really helped. Even just like scrolling healthy things like Pinterest and stuff, I've been very much like, okay, now I'm gonna have 20 minutes and I'm gonna like make myself a little coffee or a little tea and I'm gonna like scroll Pinterest and get inspired. And then it makes me almost excited too to look at it versus being like, oh, I'm so bored now, I'm just scrolling through Pinterest again, I'm scrolling through TikTok again. It makes me excited because I'm like, ooh, I have 20 minutes, what am I gonna find? And that has helped me. So kind of just like scheduling when you are going to be on your phone, so you're not using it as an escape and you're using it as creativity and inspiration. Another one I have is create something, like make art, create something. Like I want you to think of your 9-year-old self, and it could be a little like iMovie movie. Remember when we all used to make those iMovie movie trailers and like video stars when we were in middle school? I want you to think about your 9-year-old self and create something. Create like a piece of art. It could be like a painting. It could be like a video thing. It could be a song. It could be a dance. It could be it could be it could be like a comedy sketch. It could be anything. But here's the thing. Do not post about it. Don't even tell people about it. I want it to be made just for you, because the second you introduce like outside factors into it and like the idea of sharing it, it almost like doesn't allow you to be as creative. And so you're not really getting to push through that boredom. And so I want you to create something just for you. Like I'm going to do that today. I can't share it, but I've been creating things just for me, of my dogs and things, just for fun to get that muscle. And now it's made me so excited. So highly recommend that. And then another one is daydream. I know this sounds silly and such like a Pisces thing of me to say. You just need to sit and daydream. But like, I'm serious. You can, it's kind of like meditation / daydream. I want you to literally just like sit. It could be inside, it could be outside. Like I said, I love like nature sounds. So sometimes I'll like be on a nature walk and I'll go to a park and I'll just like sit there for 5 minutes and just kind of daydream. Like think about whatever you want to think about and like write it down. So I always bring my little journal with me, but write it down, daydream, and get nostalgic. To a healthy percent. Don't think about really bad times if you know it's going to make you spiral, but it's okay to get nostalgic about happy things. Like I often think about like childhood memories, or like being a little kid and like this time when I was a little kid, like getting so excited for the summertime and like going to my favorite park with my parents. Like I think about stuff like that and it kind of makes me, I don't know, just grounded and inspired again in the seasons of boredom. But yeah, that's kind of it. That's kind of like what I've been doing to push through boredom. It is weird. Like, and obviously, the normal way that people push through boredom is by avoiding it and covering it up and distracting themselves. Like my first EP, and the title track of my first EP, Distracting Myself, talks about that, how I would literally just, whenever I was bored, I would just not want to face it, because like when you don't have anything to do, you do get bored. And when you're bored, you can hear your own thoughts. So I would just do so much, or a lot of people go out and party all the time and drink all the time, which is like totally fine when it's intentional, but like when you're doing it to avoid things, I think that's when it can start to become a problem. But get bored and don't be scared of it. Don't be scared of having nothing to do. I know you see online, and like I see people and I'm like, oh my God, they look so busy. Like, oh, I feel insecure. I feel like not good enough, or like I feel like I'm not where I'm supposed to be because I have this free time, or I'm not doing this and doing this. And like, you know what? No, it's okay. Get bored, because you are you, and we do not know the backstory and what other people are feeling and going through. And a lot of people portray their image a lot happier than they really are. And so, we're here to shift that. We're here to be real. Stream real, side note. We're here to be real. We're here to be honest. We're here to grow together and to, learn from each other. So anyways, I hope you guys like this little episode of Live, Laugh, Lily Kincade and Boredom. I'm about to take a shower off this mask. Not a shower. Oh my God. I almost said face shower. I'm about to take off my mask. I literally feel like a Smurf, but I love this. See, I love this color blue. I'm about to go on a nature walk with my dogs and just listen to the birds and get creative and write. So I'm very excited, but I love you guys so much. We're going to say our affirmation, but make sure to subscribe, do all the things, send this to a friend too, get another Kincadian to join you on the journey. But I love you guys. And as always, if you have topics, DM them to me, write them here, all the places. Okay, ready? Affirmation, and then I'm going to go. Today is a wonderful day. I'm confident because I am a problem solver. I always have options because I choose to be optimistic. Today I will learn something new, laugh, and make a difference in someone else's life. I love you all so much. Have a beautiful, fabulous, marvelous day.